Are you a bioscience company in need of a highly qualified workforce? Maybe you need a high density of like bioscience companies and organizations, or access to laboratory facilities, or a community that supports bioscience companies. Then I invite you to take a look at this video and see what Flagstaff, Arizona has to offer.
As the bioscience sector continues to grow throughout the state, Northern Arizona University is making great strides, and the Flynn Foundation is a valued partner in those efforts. More and more of our graduates are entering the workforce with cutting-edge skills in science, technology, engineering, and math. Many of those are in the fields of biology and health professions. Our degrees awarded in high-demand fields continue to rise on the Flagstaff campus, and enrollment in our programs at the Phoenix Biomedical campus have doubled since they began in 2013. Our research funding is also on the rise, exceeding $30 million for last year. Our greatest strengths are in microbiology, health sciences, bioengineering, and big data. There are few universities in the country where undergraduates can work with experts of the same caliber as Paul Keim. His presence is the key to our partnership with the Translational Genomics Research Institute. The innovation that has come from that partnership directly benefits public health and improves patient care. I hope you will enjoy hearing more about these exciting advancements from our NAU faculty and community leaders.
To improve the healthcare of our communities, we have to work differently. And working differently means working together. THRIVE, which stands for the Translational Health Research Initiative, is a great example of how organizations in Northern Arizona are working together differently to improve health outcomes. There is great expertise and knowledge developing in our communities here related to health. What we'd like to do is bring together the folks who can develop that research and develop that expertise and insights and apply it to the day-to-day care that Northern Arizona Healthcare and its partners provides for people every day.
The Greater Flagstaff Chamber's Skills for Work Success program has partnered business with education, allowing our students from middle school to high school to get behind the scenes in many bioscience businesses. Knese businesses have so much to offer our local youth, and they provide excellent career opportunities that our youth end up knowing about. And in the end, it's an opportunity for the businesses to grow and meet their business models because there's a talent pool locally that they can rely on. That's what they need, and that's what we're providing.
Over the past couple of years, we have grown so quickly, not just in our staff, but also in our science and our technology. The world that we live in, this genomic research world, the science is changing so quickly because the technology is just increasing way beyond anything we could have imagined. By doing that and staying out on the very cutting edge of the technology, we also get to be on the cutting edge of the science. We get to see the science unfold and we get to help it unfold. We get to explore areas that we didn't even know that we could explore. We didn't even know to even ask some of these questions just a few years ago. TGen has been a leader internationally in disease outbreak analysis and developing new analytical tools so that we can better explore things like the microbiome, that ecology of microbes that lives on and around us. We've been leaders in developing new diagnostic tools that are going into the clinic and are really hopefully going to be revolutionizing how clinical medicine approaches infectious disease into the future.
The possibilities for the work that we're doing now in the next 5, 10, 15 years are virtually limitless as long as they're targeted to the needs of the populations in Northern Arizona. So we're working on issues of infectious diseases and how to reduce those infections and reinfections, for example, with a disease called MRSA, another one called C. diff, another one called Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever, plague, with a combination of some of the genetics and genomics research that is going on here at NAU, our cooperation with Flagstaff Medical Center and their work with the regional biogram and trying to prevent development of superbugs.
So, sometimes you sit and look out at the gorgeous landscape in Flagstaff and say, how did we go from making a menopausal mouse to feeding people in South America, Asia, Europe, Africa? And I think it's because if you take the natural progression of an idea, which, by going to fertility control in rodents, this is a disruptive technology. There's no question about it. We're changing the way people think about animal damage. And when you lay that on top of where we are today and you look at 5 years from now, so 5 years from now, we'll be feeding more people than we ever could have conceived of. Think about how we can change the world's thinking from Flagstaff, Arizona.
With the addition of the Business Accelerator, we now have the ability to take companies from that early stage into the next phase of growth that allows them to do the job creation and plant in the community and grow a more viable business in the region. That adds to the economic vitality of Flagstaff and the surrounding area. So over the next 5 years, what I see happening because of this great collaboration and intersection between amazing research entities and brilliant people at the top of their fields that want to be here because of the fantastic quality of life, you see all of these people and organizations interacting with one another and coming up with fantastic ideas and solutions to problems and the next products and businesses that will save lives and create jobs and make Northern Arizona specifically a fantastic place to be in the biosciences.
Most people in Northern Arizona know about Paul Keim's lab, but since 2002, it's brought in over $60 million in external funding. Complementing that, we have just begun a new research center that is the Center for Bioengineering Innovation. This just began July 1st, 2014. It's being directed by Kisa Nishikawa, Regents Professor of Biology. She's brought in a number of research grants, and she recently received a Keck Foundation award for $1 million to develop her new theory of muscle contraction. We believe that this will be an important contribution to the work that we're doing to build research. We've also hired an associate director who is a well-known researcher in physiology from the University of Alaska, who will complement Kisa's strengths, and we're very pleased to have him come on board next year. We believe the combination of the two will greatly expand our bioengineering capabilities. We're also in discussion with a possibility for a PhD in bioengineering, and so we believe that this is going to be an important contribution.
As you hear about what's going on in Flagstaff, you realize why we are the first STEM city. Bioscience is part of our culture. We love our companies like W.L. Gore and TGen and Sinestech and our NAU Lumberjacks. And don't forget the support industries that we have that help with the manufacturing of the machines, the packaging, and the marketing for these companies. The political climate in Flagstaff is great for manufacturing and especially bioscience. You will be welcomed at City Hall and throughout the city. And look around. There is no better place to live.